Okay, so I haven't filmed all the steps I've been doing right now because there were, well, a number of small details that I needed to do. First of all, I've fixed the dirt, grain I almost said, the dirt around the pumpkin. And what I did was, first I washed with Agrax Earthshade. Then I dry brushed Vallejo burnt umber. And on top of that, Reaper Earth Brown, which gave you this result that you can see here. I painted the wart on the pumpkin's nose with Citadel Wild Rider Red. I also dry brushed the face with Citadel Avalanche Sunset. And then on top of that, I took Pro Acryl Golden Yellow. And then, as that wasn't enough, I put a layer of the shade Fuegan Orange. Fuegan, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Citadel Fuegan Orange on top of it. And that is the result, as you can see here. I wanted the face to stand out a little bit more than the body of the pumpkin, so to speak. And I think it does a quite good job of it. I also painted the eye. Hard to shoot that correctly. Can you see that? It's a black pupil, an orange iris, and then a tiny brown line outside the iris. I've done the same in here, but it's really hard. You know, well, maybe you can see it there. It's not perfect. It's the first time ever, almost, that I've painted eyes on something. Well, now the goblin is dry brushed with Warboss green. And yeah, I had to enhance the highlights a little bit with the brush, the ordinary brush. And now I'm thinking I'm not gonna dry brush the last layer at all. I'm gonna paint it in with Orruk Flesh, which is right there. So I'm gonna take some Orruk Flesh, land it on the palette, get some water, like that, and let's see here. I want a really thin, not sure if that's thin enough really, it's really thick paint I think. So let's see here if I can enhance. Just some thin lines with this much lighter color. I think this can do. So this is the goblin with the highlights, and I also filled in the mouth with Vallejo Brown Rose. But I'm not really that satisfied with the highlights here. I'm gonna try to tone it down with a wash of the original color. So I'm gonna mix the green color with AK Matte Medium. I was thinking this might be better than water. Let's see. Not really sure how much I should take. 1 drop. 2 drops. I think it's necessary not to take too much on the brush. Now it's also a little bit wet, so maybe baby. I don't know. Let's try it on the knee here. Yeah, I think that could work, perhaps. Yeah, let's try that. And here we have the goblin after the glaze. It's not perfect, but it's better than before. I think it's good enough for this little diorama, or whatever you want to call it, right? And now I'm gonna paint those small eyes red. Let's hope I don't totally mess that up. Probably though, I will. So this is the goblin. I managed to do the eyes quite alright. Can you see them there? And I also did a little highlight on his loincloth, and then I covered that with Seraphim Sepia from Citadel. And now I'm gonna do something that I've never done before. I'm gonna use Citadel Technical Art Coat on the eyes of the pumpkin to give them a more glossy feel. And perhaps I can dot in something on the little goblin's eyes as well. So let's hope this goes well. So not sure how well this will go through the video, but now the eyes of the pumpkin are covered in gloss varnish, and they are a bit shiny, looking a bit wet. I hope you can see it in the video, I'm not really sure. I also managed to do it on those small eyes of the goblin. I also went over the base. You can see that maybe you can see it's not fully dried yet, but with some Agrax Earthshade once more to make it a little bit darker, both just in the line between the pumpkin and the ground, and on some places where the yellow was a little bit too obvious, or the desert sand, which I painted it from the beginning with. I don't know why. Now I think I'm gonna call this done once I've covered the base in black paint, and for that I'm going to use Vallejo Black.